And the only thing else I got to say is, how about them Cowboys?
What's going on, Cowboy Nation and Angry Cowboy fans around the world? It's your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan, here on YouTube, the place where y'all can find my raw and uncut emotion about the Dallas Cowboys 24/7, 365. And as long as I'm alive, y'all know I'm DC for life, baby. And if you're DC for life, won't you go ahead, hit that subscribe button, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely free to do. And you help the channel get out to more Dallas Cowboy fans when you do so. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. After getting online and preparing for more content, I came across Stephen A. Smith's podcast, The Stephen A. Smith Show. The segment for the show was titled, Dez Bryant Wants to Fight Me. Stephen A. Smith responds. The only thing that I can say is Stephen A.'s mouth finally caught up with him. Apparently, Dez Bryant made a post on X, and the post read, I really want to get in a boxing ring with @Stephen A. Smith and @Stool Presidente. Folks like them talk the way they do because they know they can't be touched. I wish they would agree to get in the ring with me so I can unleash my frustrations on them. I can beat the shit out of them without going to jail. I need that blessing. That's some pretty pissed off words from the former #1 wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen what Dez had to say, so we're going to take a listen to what Stephen A. Smith had to say in response, and we're going to come back and unpack my raw and uncut. I will be splicing parts of his response together because it's pretty long and I want to cut the video down for a better runtime. So if you want to watch the entire episode, I will put the link to it in the description. But anyway, Angry Cowboys fans, take a listen.
Dez, I'm sad that you sent that tweet, my brother. For the record, to the audience out there, I've never had a problem with Dez Bryant, not one time. I love the X. I used to troll them when they were Cowboy fans, but I never had an issue with Dez. On a rare occasion I've run into Dez, always been respectful, always been cool. I can't believe I'm looking at a text like this. That's number one. Number two, beating the shit out of somebody without going to jail is a blessing? Really, bro? What's going on in your life that you would be that hateful? Dez Bryant has had a lot of problems in his life. When the media was covering the Dallas Cowboys, forcing him to go on tirades in the locker room while it's being filmed and everybody's watching, that wasn't Stephen A. Smith. When he reportedly got into some altercation that involved potential legal action involving his own mom, that was Stephen A. Smith. When he sued a senator, that wasn't Stephen A. Smith. When Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys decided to let him go, Stephen A. didn't support that. And anything that I did was all in fun, just trolling Cowboys. That's all. It's like, you got a fan base and you got folks that, hate the opposing team, but it's all in fun. That's why I get along with Jerry Jones, because he knows it's all in fun. We don't mean anything by it. It's Dallas Cowboys win the Super Bowl, so I ain't gonna lose no sleep over his cool. Why would you send a tweet like that? I've never had any kind of issue with Dez Bryant whatsoever. I don't have an issue with him now. So I'm really sad that you would send out this. It's like, what's up with you? What's going on with your life that your definition of a blessing is beating somebody up? You say we're talking shit, all right, folks like them talk the way they do because they know they can't get touched. No, bro. I talk the way that I talk because I get paid to do it. You just did this shit for free. And in case you want to sit up there and say, talk shit, okay, is being a professional journalist talking shit? Is working for the New York Daily News and then the Philadelphia Inquirer and CNN and Fox Sports and ESPN, is that talking shit? You gonna go as a grown-ass man and gonna tweet about wanting to whip somebody's ass, who, by the way, is about 40 to 50 pounds lighter than you. You Will Smith now? That's what we doing? Why is it that none of y'all ever talk about, why don't you talk about wanting to slap the living shit out of somebody the size of DeMarcus Lawrence? Why don't y'all ever talk about slapping somebody like that? Why is it always somebody smaller? Somebody that ain't in your profession. Is that why you put this tweet out? Because nobody was talking about you? And somebody's not going to step in the ring to kick my ass because I ain't going to be in the ring for nobody to kick my ass.
Nah, Cowboy Nation. He ain't going to be there. He is not going to be there. He will not show up, Dez. But anyway, there's only so much a person can get heckled before they start to show a more aggressive side of themselves. There are only so many times where you can call someone a cockroach or nauseating before it starts to piss them off, Stephen A. You can say that you didn't direct those comments specifically to Dez Bryant, but when you say Cowboys fans, that includes Dez Bryant. Cowboys fans are not just these run-of-the-mill average Joes who tune in to Sports Center and First Take. Cowboys Nation consists of many different faces, many different races, many different professions. When you go on your show and you degrade the fan base, you're degrading other brothers and sisters. You are degrading individuals who take pride in the representation of their team. Like a lot of Cowboys Nation, Dez Bryant has had enough. I can't speak for the man, but I can bet my bottom dollar Dez Bryant is pissed on how you so flagrantly go on television and talk down on these men trying their best to make a way for their families. How you so nonchalantly disrespect these men who go out there and put their bodies on the line season after season. Some of Cowboys Nation can actually take a joke and keep it moving. I can do that. Others get sick and tired of it. In the clip, you said you used to troll them as Cowboys fans. You tell me one person on planet Earth that likes to be trolled every time their team comes on television. Even if they were doing well, you would find a way to wish negativity on the franchise. There have been times where you tried to clarify it and say it's not the organization you dislike, but it's the nauseating fan base. Dez Bryant is one of those nauseating fans you speak of, Stephen A., and I'm honestly shocked you would be taken aback by his statement. This is not just Dez Bryant who feels this way. Let me make that clear. I wonder how many Dallas Cowboy fans out there would put hands on you, but haven't because they've never had the opportunity to do so. Stephen A. said that the trolling is in good fun. Stephen A., you've been around this profession for decades and don't know that the trolling would want a fan for the team that you're trolling to put hands on you? You also said you get paid to talk sports. Do you get paid to be this troll, or do you get paid for your assessment and your coverage of the game? Is trolling your signature thing and has gotten you to where you are today? Or is it your journalism prowess? You list your credentials and ask if that's talking shit. What people like Dez Bryant see is you being loud and obnoxious while degrading the team that they root for. Now, if you had that smoke for every team and didn't just single out one specific team, namely the Dallas Cowboys, the team that Dez Bryant spent his majority of his career with, I don't think you would be having this conversation right now, Stephen A. He went on to say, why don't you guys ever talk about slapping someone bigger? That's you copping out, Stephen A. That's you copping a plea. You really don't want to see Dez Bryant's hands. If you want Dez Bryant to say that to someone bigger, why don't you say that to a bigger team, to the NFL? Why don't you have this smoke that you have for the Dallas Cowboys to other teams in the NFL? I forgot. The Dallas Cowboys is the biggest sports organization in sports, period. This is why you attack the Cowboys and wish misfortune on them. This is why you go on First Take every year and say what can go wrong will go wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. You even have your mini-me's like Bart Scott, Dan Orlovsky, Shannon Sharp, and others showing Dez Bryant's team the same disrespect you've showed them over the years. This is a prime example of why fans are telling you to have that same energy for all the teams that don't do well. Don't just reserve your over-the-top animated takes for the people who you personally think are the lowest of the low, like the Dallas Cowboy fans. This is why this channel preaches to leave your personal bias at the crib and come to the set and talk sports. There have been countless comments in my comment section where people have called you a clown, Stephen A. When you're talking about a team like the Philadelphia Eagles, you don't have the vitriol for them or their fan base like you do us. When you talk about the Buffalo Bills, you don't call their fan base annoying. When you discuss even the Carolina Panthers, not once do you mention their fan base. You mention us Dallas Cowboy fans every time there's a segment involving America's team. So don't be surprised when the Dallas Cowboy fans want that smoke. So I keep it a thou wow with you, Stephen A. Talking shit about someone or something that they love is not in good fun for them. It's annoying. It's degrading. It presses buttons and gets fans wanting to shut you up. When most fans say for life, we mean that shit. We mean that. We mean when we ride or die, we ride until the casket drop. I don't come on this channel and say DC for life because it's fashionable. I say DC for life because I represent my team, no ifs, ands, or buts. I root for my team, no ifs, ands, or buts. I cheer on my team. And for such a decorated columnist and sports analyst such as yourself to come on TV and have nothing but negativity to say about us and our fan base, that's just dead wrong. And I'm not surprised why Dez Bryant sent you an invitation to them hands. So I'll say it again, Stephen A. Leave your personal bias at the crib and come to the set to report on the facts, unless you have to rely on those clownish takes while disrespecting grown-ass men in the process. If that's the case, then you're going to have more people than just Dez Bryant wanting to put them hands on you. This has been your boy, the Angry Cowboys Fan. What did you think about the fight card between Stephen A. Smith and Dez Bryant? Who you got your money on? What do you think about what Stephen A. Smith had to say? Let me know all that in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and appreciate this content, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that bell so you can stay up to date with the Angry Cowboys Fan channel whenever I drop a video or whenever I go live. I'll be live later today to talk to Cowboys Nation about the upcoming matchup against Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills this Sunday at Orchard Park. I hope to see you at that live, y'all. But until then, this is your Angry Cowboys Fan. I'm out.